Since Devin Brown's making his first career start on Friday night against Missouri in the Cotton Bowl, and he only has a handful of highlights to his name at the college level for Ohio State, I figured it's a good idea that we take a step back, look at the highlights from his senior year back at high school, to take a look at that arm, to take a look at his mechanics, to see what he's about. That way, we're prepared to see what he's going to be doing on Friday night in the Cotton Bowl. But before we take a look at him, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We're going hot and heavy in that 2024 recruiting class. We're going over the highlights. We're going over the scouting reports on these freshmen coming in. We're going back on some of these players who are jumping up to the starting role on some of these teams in the bowl games, going back and looking at their high school highlights and everything else. Click that subscribe button. Stop missing out. Let's take a look at Devin Brown's highlights here. Let me know what you see in the comments below. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below as well. But let's take a look at him. And the first thing we're going to see here is we're going to put that arm on display. He does has a cannon on him. We see that. That's good to note. We're seeing a little bit of mobility there. That's good to see. Liking that so far. In the pocket, bam, slings it up deep to his wide receiver. Now we got to start paying attention to the mechanics a little bit more. Take a look at that. Throws through it. Hits his wide receiver in stride. He's able to get the yak. We're seeing good ball placement, good arm. Hits his wide receiver while being pressed a little bit there in the pocket. Slings it out there, gets it out there pretty quick. Out there where his wide receiver can get it, out in front of him as well. That's good to see. Mechanics are on point on that one as well. Hits his wide receiver in stride. Coming up. And the thing about this, even though we're looking at his high school highlights, things could be changed. And also it's about how he developed and how he can see things while playing the game at the college level. How quick can he react? How quick can he make the decisions? There he is working through the pocket there and finding his guy downfield. He's able to keep his eyes downfield too. That's a good thing to note. Because we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks, when we pull up the highlights, remember, that look great, that are doing this. Maneuvering around the pocket, keeping their eyes downfield, but it's different at the next level. Can he do this at the next level? Can he go through his progressions? Can he be quick with it? Can he be cerebral? Play action pass, steps up, slings it downfield. Look at that. He does have an arm on him, though. He does have some intangibles. We can definitely see that. And he can throw some lasers. We saw that right there on the slant. At least from that angle, it looks like a slant. Ball's up. Hits his guy in stride to where he can get yak. Yak can also be a quarterback stat because you got to put that ball in the right place. If that ball's behind him, he's tackled. Maybe. Right in front of him. Again. That's one thing I'm seeing from him. He's able to put the ball where the wide receivers can react off of it, and we got a little bit of mobility. I like to see if there's any improvement between him and Kyle McCord. Like, can he step up the game for Ohio State? Is this what we're going to see? Or are we going to see just what we're seeing from these high school clips but ramped up? We're seeing mobility here. We're seeing a good frame, too, on him. Slings it. Quick decisions. He knows if you're even, I'm going to sling it because you're leaving. He knows that. But again, things are different. And he's got a tough matchup here in the Cotton Bowl. He's really going to show things off. Good arm there while on the move, though. Good arm. Again, back in the end zone. Here we go. Boom. Looking solid. And you're getting competition, too. This is a great time for you to show off the goods here because Air Nolan's coming in. You got Lincoln Keenholtz, however you say that. We watched the highlights on him. We covered him this past offseason. Probably going to do another video on him, too, because he might be getting some opportunities. People are going to be talking about him, especially in the media around Ohio and Columbus. Might want to talk about him as well. But this guy's got an arm. Devin Brown's got an arm on him. He's slinging it downfield. He's accurate downfield. He can be accurate. The mechanics are good, especially in a clean pocket. Moves around really well in the pocket as well. We have some mobility. Honestly, decision making is going to be what we got to see here against Missouri. Honestly, we need him to make a step up in that, even though we do not have a sample of seeing that. I mean, I think we saw 28 pass attempts this year, 7 against Youngstown State. So, honestly, we do not have a large enough sample to really grade him at the college level. This game's going to be huge for his career and how we feel about him as a quarterback at the college level. But he does have a gun on him. He does have some intangibles. He can throw it from sideline to sideline. He can throw it downfield on a rope or moon balls. We got some mobility. We can throw it on the run right there. We've seen him pressed. We've seen him throw it on the run. Things are looking good here. It's honestly the development now. How are things going to develop between this point and then those few years till now? And how can he do well progressing against a team like Mizzou in the Cotton Bowl, primetime game, stepping up for his moment? This is going to be a huge moment for him, and the offseason is going to be huge for him as well, because he's going to have to keep these good quarterbacks at bay, because you're going to keep seeing top-end recruits come in, like Aaron Nolan, Kane Holtz, and you're going to have to play well, be steady Eddie, and sling it in there. Are we going to see that? Because there's a lot of promise with this Ohio State team. A lot of 5-star wide receivers, high-end 4 stars. And you can really do something here, especially at Ohio State. I think at one time he was number 1 quarterback at 0-3. I read that today as people were talking about Devin Brown. But he's looking good. He's looking good in the pocket there, maneuvering through trash, throwing on the run. I'll say this, he's got all the tangibles to do it. I can say he's got the arm on him. Right there, we're seeing him go through his progressions, but he has to do this at the college level. And it's a big step up. And it's just levels to this game. I'm not saying he can or can't, but I'm going to say we go over a lot of quarterbacks who look good on film, and they got to step up. And sometimes they don't even get their chance because they don't step it up in practice. He's getting his chance. He's getting his moment. That says stuff, especially at Ohio State. Just to get your moment. Just to get your bowl game. That says something at Ohio State right now when you have all this talent there. Just to get your moment. Throws it on the outside where the DB can't get it. He's got good placement. He's got a good platform on him when he throws the ball. He's a good arm talent right there. Steps back to the side because he feels the pressure. Downfield. We got downfield accuracy. Downfield accuracy works in this offense. We saw it with C.J. Stroud. But you got to be accurate in the college game. I keep going back to that. And usually with the high school level, when guys are coming up, I don't really refer to that too much because I know I got years in front of them for them to develop. His time is Friday. His time is Friday. We need this and more. And I'm rooting for the kid. I root for every prospect I watch on here. Because why not? Ball's up there. Good placement there. That's why I'm kind of excited when I watch these prospects, especially when they start doing good. He can throw lasers, though. He's got an arm on it. He's got a good arm talent. He's got a good base to him. He's got a good size, a good frame. And he's slinging it. And again, these are highlights. We're not seeing the lowlights. If we saw lowlights, might be a different story. Moves back away from the pocket. I mean, you're not going to keep your feet in that situation, but you're able to keep separation. Keeps your throwing motion, kept your mechanics, and the guy was coming off the edge there. I'll guarantee you were feeling him. Keeps it there. Keeps it there, too. Steps back. Keeps it. That front foot was a little different, but stepping up. See the release. Release not bad either. Release not bad. Gets it out. When it gets out there, it hums. He throws lasers. We're definitely going to see some balls downfield. Definitely going to see that. It's all going to be on the decision making from here on out because he's got the arm talent to do it. He's got all the intangibles. Will you do it or will you won't? Those are the questions here. But you're getting some guys catching some balls over the middle. 15 steps back there. Good accuracy. He's got good accuracy downfield. He's able to hit those windows. And he works in a good rhythm, too. Like 3 steps, boom, out. 1, 2, 3. Steps back, boom, out. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, out. 3-step drops, and it's out. Maybe 1 extra step on top of that. Boom. 1 step back, out. Holds his throwing motion. 1, 2, 3. Goes through progressions. We're going to roll out here. Finds his guy. So a lot of 3-step drops. 1, 2, 3. Out. Guy downfield. Hits him in stride. I want to look at that one again, though. I was watching more on the mechanics than the guy catching the ball and where the ball was placed. Steps back. Throws through it, to it. Got a little bit more whip in the hips on the tail end of that throw. Bam. Platform good. A lot of his throws, majority, I say 95%, 98, 99 or something like that, whatever number up there. All looks the same when it comes to the mechanics. All looks good. All looks on platform. Good placement there. Looking solid here. Hits him on the outside. And Devin Brown, going back to his senior footage in high school, we're watching him play. The one thing we can say is he's got all the intangibles. He sure does. He has the arm strength. He can throw it deep. He can throw it moonball style. He can throw lasers all over the field from sideline to sideline. Has a little bit of mobility. Can extend the play, but we're not expecting him to be a dual threat. But he does have accuracy downfield. He has the intangibles to get it done. We see that with the high school highlights. We just have to see what the development was from that year to Friday. That is the big difference. This is going to be his big moment against Missouri, ranked 9th in the country in the Cotton Bowl under the lights. Can he step up and get it done? Can he thread the needle? Can he make those progressions? Because that is what's going to be the deciding factor here between then and now. Can he go through his progressions? Can he do it quickly? Can he get the ball out? Can he live up to that pressure that's facing him in the pocket at this level? Because it's going to be a lot different. Can he step up, make those plays? We saw it there in the high school highlights. He can do it at that level, and he shows he has the intangibles. He's got a hell of an arm on him, and he can do it. He can do it, but can he, or did he go through the developmental process, and will he live up to the moment on Friday? And we won't know until Friday. We have a very small sample on his career right now. We're going to see the rest here very soon. Let me know what you think in the comments below and hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.